In the beginning, God rolled the dice and said, "Let's see what happens." This is the Armageddon Diaries. Join me, your host, DDT, for a trip you will remember. For the next few episodes, we're going to listen to the testimony of Dean Warwick, a very high-level person who had many jobs and many descriptions. He is a very interesting man, and I believe what he has to say will indeed be of interest to you, and the fact that he's not well known as somebody that came forward to speak the truth. A very little known person, and who subsequently after this interview died unexpectedly from a heart attack, which most people believe was induced. So I think that most of what he's saying is very, very pertinent, especially the fact that they needed to silence him because he was coming forward now in a more dramatic way with the appearance that he was going to be involved in sometime later after this interview, but where he didn't actually make it because he died. And that's why I think I would like to dedicate the next couple of episodes to this man who talks about diverse selection of topics, and one in particular which will, for the most part, blow you away. Anyhow, here it is, the interview with Dean Warwick by Dave Starbuck. Enjoy.
And how you became involved with what you did and so on.
Well, I think that begins right back soon after when I was born. My grandfather was a very close friend and had a lot to do with my upbringing along with my parents. My grandfather was the secretary of the New Zealand Justice Department and Prisoners Paroles Board. He was a 1920-degree Mason. He was not keen on certain aspects of Masonry, although he admitted it had to be a part of his life. He studied Chinese detection and became world-renowned for it. Could pick people from a crowd and put tails on them, which was done regularly, well known to me as a child, being first-hand evidencing these events. He told me something as he was dying. He had cancer, and I spent a lot of time with him. I was about 15, and he said that later on in life I would learn something which he couldn't divulge to me, something that would practically destroy me. And I am quite convinced I do know what it is that he was talking about, and it is truly horrifying. It has not been made public. I have yet to see, read, or hear anywhere of evidence of that which I have learned of, and have many confirming reports from police around the UK and from church groups that I was mixed with in the United States before coming to the UK. I was drafted into the New Zealand Army. I topped every course during my officer's training preparation for Vietnam. I was taught how to bring down the Twin Towers using nothing but infrasound.
Really?
We were made to study the experiments by the Russians, the Americans, and the British in the late 50s.
In the late 50s?
Late 50s. This was mid-60s when I was in the military. But here were these joint maneuvers being undertaken in the late 50s by these three superpowers then in the Eastern Bloc, bringing down 25-story buildings using nothing but sound wave infrasound. And I did discuss this recent years with a Professor Francie, who remarked word for word what was to happen to the Twin Towers 3 years before the event.
3 years before the event?
3 years before the event. It was a well-planned thing. It was a well-known thing as a civil and structural engineer, and I have teaching instruments, postgraduate universities, polytechnics around the world in my research into certain aspects of engineering, that is, and I knew that there was a calling many years before that the Twin Towers would have to be, should be demolished, which was an engineering facet to the overall game here. And what people do not understand when it comes to New York is the New York Port Authority demand that any building erected in New York must be able to be brought down within its own footprint. In other words, we don't want a 50-story building falling sideways.
Sideways, no, not at all.
Terrible damage. Now, there is something with the Twin Towers which many people have not picked up on. Apart from the films that we have seen, and we see, for example, or we didn't see for 6 months, we saw nothing of the second Twin Towers building being hit on its face. And I was suspicious about this, thinking there was something they don't want us to know. Then we were told there was to be this screening of this bit of footage showing the plane actually striking the face, and I made a point of seeing it. I sat in front of the television, I saw the plane strike, and I put my head in my hands and I said, "Oh, you bastards, you bloody did it, all right." Talk about some Muslims taking over planes, etc. Forget it. I couldn't establish and prove that with the first Twin Towers building, but certainly with the second. And what I saw was as the plane struck, or the hologram presentation of a plane when it was really a pod that struck, was that the actual structure, the material making up the external skin, each section weighing around 40 ton, it behaved exactly the way it should have done had it been influenced by infrasound, which is what I witnessed with the training that I was doing in the mid-60s, watching what the Brits, the Russians, and the Americans had been doing in Eastern Europe back in the late 50s. So I don't believe much of what is 9/11. The other thing with 9/11, which very few people, well, in fact, again, I haven't seen anything spoken of publicly about this, but there is a building, and about 15-20 stories up off the ground, if you get a look at it, you will see that the corner of this building, which is way distant from the Twin Towers positioning, 3 of its floors are torn apart on the corner. Now, there was no way that material from the Twin Towers could have flown out and struck that building.
Not at all.
So, in my discussions, arguments with Professor Francie, I said that as far as I was concerned, that infrasound influence upon those buildings was satellite-based. And of course, his remark to me was, well, how could that be, Dean? He said, we couldn't have anything from space coming in by way of sound wave, infrasound. And I said, yeah, but it could be electromagnetic, and then it's transposing itself as it gets within our atmosphere. The thing here to understand is that people don't appreciate the only thing that travels through space. Light, there's no such thing as light from the sun. It's electromagnetic radiation. And in the event of light, for example, it's when that electromagnetic radiation enters the atmosphere of the Earth, it agitates the gas, and that is daylight. There's no such thing as light from the sun, and that's how, for example, we don't have to look at photographs and analyze them of Aldrin and Armstrong walking on the moon. We know they didn't take photographs on the moon because there's no such thing as light on the moon. We see the moon because we see a reflection of the electromagnetic field striking boulders, craters and mountains, and comes back down into our atmosphere, where it is then lit up and becomes like going to the cinema. Anyway, with respect to the Twin Towers event, something other than conventional thinking would have to have applied, but this building is the telltale that that was not struck by debris from one of the Twin Towers, and so what influenced it to be broken apart? And the may have been able to pull back the bolt and pull the trigger that many times, but he certainly didn't get to sight his target and pull the trigger. And one thing's for certain, on the amount of shooting that I've done over the years, the only way that the forehead of Jack Kennedy was lifted and hinged on his left-hand side and his body thrown across that back of that car was that shot, that particular bullet came from the grassy knoll. It did not come from any book depository. Anyway, I was pretty moved by the Jack Kennedy assassination. I was actually in the shower at home at the time it happened. I was quite dismayed. I was one of the world's super athletes. I was vice captain of first New Zealand team to be called the Junior All Blacks. I took the world record freestyle start time off Jorn Conrad's of Australia in 1959. I was 15 years of age. I represented New Zealand in the World Surfing Championships in Hawaii in 67. I went on and I was signed by the San Francisco Commissioner to play with the 49ers 67, 68, and then became a break-style swimming coach with the American Olympic team that went to the Mexico Olympics. I was made a member of the Jack Nicklaus invitation-only Sportsman's Club International in 1968. But I got a job with a foreign government in the States in 1968, and I was interviewed by that particular government, and then my interviews went to the State Department and the FBI, and I was told that if I wanted the job, I'd have to wear a gun. I said, "You want me to do this job? I'm wearing no gun." "What's your problem, buddy?" And I said, "The trouble is that you guys are gun mad over here." And
absolutely right, yeah.
And as I said, I've got no family, I know nobody in this place, and there'll be somebody get teed off with me, and then there'll be a convenient accident. I've got no influence at all, so I'm wearing no gun. I'll carry a knife, and I did. I carried a knife strapped to the ankle of my left leg everywhere I went. Well, there were three major events for me in that job, apart from the fact that I worked for half a dozen foreign governments and was on call to the State Department to do their bidding, or a government department. Often I didn't know who I was working for. I just took instructions and did what I was told.
There you have it. End of part 1. Stay tuned for part 2.